It is time for the most requested thing on my channel, bar none. DWK Totally Legit Recap Series. I have been told, I've been cleared by some friends that the first 13 episodes don't contain any spoilers, so I will be trusting them and watching the first 13 episodes all in this video. And I've been told throughout the history of my channel that DWK has my personality style, makes similar jokes to me, and that he's just a god. Like, they just said people love him so much. And yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to get into this. I have really high expectations because this has been hyped up since my season 1 reactions. And of course, you know, I'm not going to get as drunk as I did in the Pony Thread Simulator video. I've had 1 beer already. This is my second, and I have a third right there. So I'm just going to get a little buzz for this, okay? That's it. I don't want to be taking off my clothes and shit again like in the Pony Thread Simulator video. Oh, and if you're wondering how I can afford that when I said I had no money, I got that from my friend, gave him an IOU. I'll pay him back whenever I get more money because I needed beer for this. So without further ado, it's time to react to DWK. Up first is the crystalling. So let's get started. 3, 2, 1, play. It's kind of cute, but the wings are just fucking...
So, season 6 begins, and Glimmer is just stumbling around the Sparkle Hut when she ends up in Twilight's library. No, not that one. But whenever anyone says library, you always think of it for just a second.
I know, man.
And she's like, okay, Twilight, I'm confused. In what society that operates on any sort of logic whatsoever does trying to destroy life as we know it net you an apprenticeship with the ruler of the free world? And Twilight's like, well, dude, you just answered your own question. Now that I've replaced all of Celestia's narrative and practical functionalities, this is my house, and I make the rules. So, rather than turn you to stone or send you to Tartarus, you get to be my student. And don't worry about the past. I'm gonna break your personality down to nothing and rebuild it from the ground up using my patent-pending friendship curriculum. And Glimmy's like, is it too late to opt for Tartarus? And Twilight's like, don't worry, Starlight. It won't even hurt. So she decides to get the fuck out of there and walks in on the rest of the main 6 sitting around with their thumbs up their asses.
They don't have thumbs.
Like, metaphorically.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know,
okay.
They don't have actual thumbs. And also, even if they did, that would be a weird thing to do. Not that I wouldn't watch it. Maybe
hey, I'd be down.
EQG4. Anyway, Dash is like, dude,
I hope
why
so.
are we here?
That's my next movie to watch.
Like, wait, I thought you knew. And Applejack's like, man, when has Dash ever known anything even remotely useful? And Pinky's like, oh, guys, I'm Pinkie Pie. And they're all, man, just wait for your own episode like the rest of us. Jesus Christ. So Glimmer's like, hey guys, what's going on? And they're like, God damn it, is there a single person in this castle who knows what the fuck we're doing here?
Do you guys ever know what's going on?
All right, you assholes. Cadence just popped her crotch biscuit. We have to go to the Crystal Empire to help her take care of the kid or whatever. And so Starlight's like, well, this has fuck all to do with me, so I'm gonna go eat a tub of ice cream and flick it till I pass out. And Twilight's
hell yeah.
like, normally I'd say
Same.
enjoy yourself and shower thoroughly, but it just so happens that your old friend Sunburst lives in the Crystal Empire now, so you're coming with me for your first friendship lesson. And Glimmy's like, wait, you mean the estranged friend that catalyzed my entire psychological breakdown just so happens to be hanging around the same place you need to go right now for a completely unrelated reason? Yes, and what's wrong with that? That's bullshit, Twilight. You know it, and I know it. You know what, Starlight?
Just let it pass.
Let me explain something to you. You stole a bunch of innocent ponies' cutie marks.
I've had to deal with your shit for so long.
Everything that made them special. But I thought, hey, everyone makes mistakes. Then you tried to do the same thing to me and my friends, but I said, you know what? She's a troubled individual, and I can help her. Then you tried to destroy everything I've ever worked for and damn me and everyone I love to miserable shadows of the lives that we have earned for ourselves. And I gave you a pass on that. I've put up with a lot of your shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Question my plot conveniences. I will fuck you up. Okay, so they take a ride on the exposition train all the way to the Crystal Empire where Twilight's brother is waiting to greet them. And Twilight's like, hey, Shining Armor. Twilight, we need to talk. What's wrong? Okay, remember back when Cadence was your babysitter and I had a huge crush on her? Yeah, of course. And remember how I found that book of forbidden spells and I did that ritual thingy to make her love me? Yeah, dude, I helped you. Twilight, do you remember what the price of that spell was? Yeah, we just had to promise the old gods that they could take your firstborn soul. Damn.
No.
Damn it, we really should.
You're taking Flurry.
Twice like, hey, Starlight, I just realized I'm gonna be occupied for a minute, but I mean, you're basically me now, so you can have Spike. So Spike drags Glimmy off, and the rest of them go to see the baby. And Twice like, oh god, the baby's a soulless abomination. And Cadence is like,
it's not that bad.
Way? And so Twice all, Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, what do we do? And they're like, bro, we don't know shit. We're just here so the bronies don't get it. So the demon baby sneezes and blows a hole in like 10 floors of the Crystal Castle, and they're all like, dude, Candy, how the fuck was that thing inside you for 9 months? And she's like, alicorn womb, dude. Shit's like titanium. Meanwhile, Glims is super satisfied.
One of you guys have told me that
because
before.
She's tricked Spike into regaling the crystal ponies with tales of his exploits instead of supervising her lesson. And Spike's like, yep, that's how I one-shotted King Sombra and saved the Crystal Empire so that Starlight Glimmer could come here and learn about friendship. Now let's go, you fucking amateur. Glimmy doesn't get it yet, but Spike has spent his entire life with Twilight in the last 5 seasons with all her crazy friends. His bullshit detector is more finely honed than your katana. So, Starlight and Sunburst hang out together for the first time since they were kids, and he's like, so, what's up?
I think we both agree they should just fuck to make up for it.
She's like, oh no, of course not. Are you? And he's like, no, I am a wizard. And she's like, wow, so that means you create powerful new magic and stuff, huh? And he's like, nah, it just means I'm over 30 and still a virgin. And Glimmy's like, dude, I will fix that for you right now if it means I don't have to talk about my life.
That's what I'm saying.
Then the demon child has a fit of pinky withdrawal and destroys the crystal heart, which, as you know, enforces the crystal ban list. And so the entire empire is about to be flooded with a bunch of whiny comments about how the show is bad. And everyone's like, so, Twilight, this is the part where you pull something out of your ass and save us all, right? And Twilight's like, dude, I have a lot of things in my ass right now. I can fix this.
Damn it. Hey, I believe it. Well, I like that a lot. That was really interesting. That was funny as hell. I can see why you think he's similar to me. But I have tried to tone down on my comments, on my sexual comments the past few episodes. I still make them, but I don't want to go overboard every other freaking second, because I think those jokes every other freaking second that having something to do with sex. Almost a drink down. Well, second drink. That's my first drink on camera. Let's go to episode 2. 3, 2, 1, play. I feel you, same. That's a great face. Mid-com.
So, when we last saw our heroes, the crystal ban list had been deleted, and now the Empire is about to be sworn by ship posters. And AJ's like, okay, who's got moderator privileges here? And Celestia's like, well, technically me and Luna did, but when Sombra took over, he changed the password on the account and on our email, so we can't really do anything. I mean, we've been meaning to get in contact with Google about it, but we just kind of never got around to it, you know? And AJ's like, dude, are you guys just completely incompetent? And
yeah,
like, I'm not going to answer that question, but don't worry, because there's one thing we can do. Yeah? And what's that? We're going to argue with the commenters. And Twice like,
do not do that.
Let's go do that. We'll stay here and, like, you know, figure out an actual solution. And so AJ waits until they're out of earshot, and she's like, yo, Twilight, I know you love Celestia. I mean, we all do. She's a very nice lady, and I respect her immensely, but I think she might be a fucking idiot. Dude, just don't do this right now, okay? So, meanwhile, these two are still trying to be
She has a
friends
point.
again, and finally Sunburst is like, dude, Starlight,
Dude,
I know
they
we
need
were
to
friends
fuck.
back when we were kids, and that Nalicorn princess wants us to patch things up and be chill again or whatever, but, like, I've got my life and being a huge nerd to worry about, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you've got your own bullshit to deal with, so, you know, we could just, like, not do this. And Lenny's like, oh my god, dude,
Just blow
I
it
wanted
off.
to say something, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah, totally. Let's just not. I mean, I will add you on Facebook, but, you know, other than that, peace out
Fucking
and have a nice
Facebook.
life. And Spike's like, Starlight, what the fuck was that? And she's like, well, he obviously doesn't give a fuck, and I pretended to feel the same way because despite how much I hate myself, for some reason I still have a massive ego. So what? You're just gonna
They tend to go
completely
hand in
bitch
hand,
out like that? Oh,
hating
Spike,
yourself and massive
one day
ego.
when you're an adult, you'll understand how easy and useful it is to convince yourself that giving up is an accomplishment. And Spike's like, dude, I guess
True
you don't
that.
know, but I'm a legal adult, bro. Twilight
Truth.
hatched me when she was like 5. Wait, but she said you were a baby dragon. Yeah, because dragons live for like 1,000 years, man. And Gilly's like, oh, well.
So wouldn't that mean you're still a baby till like year 100?
Belly rubs. And he's like, dude, you think that was weird for you? Turn my dick into a curtain. Laugh. Anyway, that's not the point. Although we should
Damn,
talk
you
about
blue
that
balled
later.
him.
The point is, right now, Sunburst is probably doing exactly what I did after that belly rub, crying and masturbating. Obviously, he wants to be
Common
friends, but
occurrence.
you guys are both
Sunburst
too
does that all
autistic
the
and
time.
terrified of rejection to even try. And Glenn's just like, whatever, dude, fuck you. Let's find Twilight and go home so I can do it too. I've been horny since the beginning of part 1, and now I'm fucking depressed too. So, Dash,
You're always horny,
Fluttershy, and
Starlight. I
AJ
could
are
tell.
trying to tell the crystal ponies that everything's about to go to hell and they should get back inside like now, but apparently they've like forgotten how to communicate concept. Also, this chick looks like she's about 70 years old, but sounds like she's 20. That's
Yeah,
just
oh
fucking
yeah.
freaky, man. Anyway, Glims and Spike realize something's wrong, so they
My
find the
fetish as
others,
well.
and Glimmy's like, so, what's going on? And Ponk's like, you want the long version
Ponk.
or the short version? The short one, I guess? Shit's fucked.
These nicknames are crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely not an optimal situation. And Twi's like, dude, wait, I think I can fix this. Nope, it's fucked. And
Yeah.
Candy's like, yo, Starlight, if you
Fucking
like
Candy.
know some random dude who lives really close by and just happens to be a genius who can magically
You know,
unfuck our
just if you know him.
situation, feel free to go get him. You know, I'm just saying. And Glimmy's like, actually, now that you mention it, and Princess Twiggles is like, Spike, go with
Princess
her. I don't need you
Twiggles?
anymore. So Glimmy goes back to Sunburst's place, and he's just been beating off and sobbing ever since she left. And he's like, dude, I'm so sorry we lost touch after I went to magic school. I hope it didn't, like, mess you up emotionally or anything.
Oh, it did.
And Glimmy's like, oh, no. And Spike's like, dude, you fucking damaged her. She started a cult and then tried to destroy the world. And Sunburst is like, wow, I really hate myself. And Glimmy's like, dude, I fucking hate myself too.
I hate
But look,
myself.
shit's
Everyone
fucked,
hates
And if
themselves.
we don't set aside our angsty personal bullshit and do something to save the Crystal Empire, we're gonna hate ourselves so much more. Like, seriously, let's be decent people for once and do everything we can to help. And if we fuck
Yeah.
this up, we can just kill ourselves. And Sunburst's like, you know what?
It's so
That sounds
true.
good to me. And Spike's like,
perfect
"Was that a joke,
rebound."
or did you guys seriously just make a suicide pact? Meanwhile, the
They're
OG
serious.
diarchy
We're
is
serious,
still
Spike.
fighting with commenters, and Celestia's like, God damn it, I'm running out of cogent arguments. And Luna's like, wait, you're legitimately trying to argue with them? I'm
Yeah.
just posting Bane, bro. So Sunburst, being the smart motherfucker he is, realizes they can just use Celestia's old cell phone that's still connected to her email account to change the password on the Crystal Heart. Then they use 3
God
Alicorn
damn it.
authentication to log back in and turn off comments. Then he puts
Hell
a
yeah.
copyright claim on the old god's channel so that all their souls, including the babies, go to him. And a few
Fuck.
rituals and a blood sacrifice later, the loin biscuit from hell is now a
Loin
normal
biscuit
child,
from hell.
sort of. So
What the?
everything's fine, and Twilight's parents show up, and they're like, wow, there was some crazy stuff going on outside. Did something happen? And Shiny and Candy just, like, don't say anything about it and give each other these knowing looks, like it's some kind of inside joke. I mean, one of the biggest cities in Equestria almost got destroyed. They're gonna
Yeah.
see this in the paper tomorrow and be like, what the fuck, you guys? Why didn't you tell us? And so Sunburst is like, you know, Starlight, it was really great to see you, and I actually feel like we're friends again. And Glimmy's like, oh, Sunburst,
But can we fuck,
you
though?
better come visit me this time. And if you don't, I'll cut off your dick and kill your parents. So they're on the train home, and Twilight finally realizes
All right.
that she has to back off and let Glimmy learn stuff on her own rather than trying to
Glimmy.
jam friendship up her tailpipe. And she's like, I don't get it, Spike. Everything used to be so simple. Me and my friends were the good guys, we'd kick the bad guy's ass, and that was that. Now it's like the biggest problems in my life are being a responsible teacher and helping my brother take care of his
being
kid.
an adult.
It's like, yeah, dude, that's called being an adult. It's
Yeah.
shitty. Yep, but
Me
at
and
least at the
DWK
end of
are on
it,
the same
we get to
wavelength.
die. Spike, I'm an Allosaur.
Hell yeah.
I might be immortal. Oh shit, dude, you're right. That fucking sucks.
You're fucked, Twilight. Get fucked. Fuck. Okay. On to number 3. This is one from The Gift of the Mod Pie. That was a good episode. So how is he going to bestow wisdom upon me in this video? Because DWK is a prophet from what I've seen so far. He's speaking the truth. Yeah, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh no.
Alright, so Pinky's
Staring
like,
into my soul.
Rarity, you wanna have an expository conversation? And Rarity's like, dude, what do we gotta say? We're on a train to Manhattan so I can scope out a location for my new boutique. And Pinky's like, yeah, okay, we're definitely gonna do that, but can we also try to get my sister a boyfriend while we're there? And Rarity's like, am I in the opener of a sitcom?
She needs to get piped
they meet up with
down.
Maud, and Rarity's like, yo, darling, what's been up? And Maud's like,
Yo,
"Well, I've
darling."
been trying to conceive. And Rarity's like, man, Maud, you're one humorous broad. I mean, how would that even
Humorous
in my
broad.
vagina? And Pinky's like, talk about getting your rocks off, right?
Hey.
Am I right?
Maud is probably so dick
And
starved.
so Rarity's
She
like,
needs
"Dude,
some.
you're
I'm
right.
sorry.
Your sister needs the D. And Pinky's
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
Word, just keep her occupied. I met this guy on Kick who said he'd go out with
Fucking
her. So I just
Kick.
gotta go meet him. It's totally legit. So Rarity decides to keep Maud occupied by asking about her relationship. And she's like, so Maud, how did you and Boulder get involved? And Maud's like, by my mid-20s, I realized that my obsessive personality and bottomless pit of emotional baggage made it unlikely that I'd ever find a suitable partner unless I abandoned the one thing I was passionate about and spent my entire life searching for someone I might never find. I decided to marry myself to my career, and Boulder is a behavioral manifestation.
You know, Maud's
of
making
cognitive
sense.
dissonance resulting from that choice. And Rarity's like, oh,
That makes sense.
that's neat. And
I gotta
Maud's like,
sympathize.
actually, you remind me a lot of myself when I was younger, but with clothes instead of rocks. So how are things going with you?
Oh,
He's
shit.
Like, oh yeah, things are great. Waiter, I'm gonna need a pitcher of gin over here. And Maud's like, you're not a very good conversationalist. So Pinky meets up
Says
with this guy
Maud.
she talked to on MySpace or whatever you kids are using now.
Dig?
But she finds
What
out
the
that the
fuck?
selfies she's been taking with her party cannon all day have become a meme on the pony internet. And he won't let anyone touch his sack unless she forks over the cannon so he can make some videos with it and gaffle some of that sweet, sweet YouTube money. So
Oh,
when Pinky
God.
finally gets back, Rarity's like 12 shots deep and on the verge of an existential crisis. And obviously Pinky's hella depressed and she's like, hey guys, I hope you're having a better day than I am. And Rarity's like, oh God, I'm so alone. So Pinky pitches
Maud
this
made
whole
her get in her
blind date
feels.
thing, and after privately assuring Boulder that she's just humoring her little sister, Maud agrees to go along with it. Then they actually
Good.
find the guy and it takes Maud all of like 5 seconds to piece together what happens, and she's just like, that belongs to my sister, give it back. And he's all, oh yeah, what you gonna do about it? And Maud's like, nothing. You're a sleazy street grifter with obvious hormonal deficiencies who cons people out of things that bring them joy amidst this nightmarish imprisonment in flesh we call existence. There's nothing I can do that would make your life worse, you absolute abortion of a person. And he's
Jesus,
like,
Maud.
Take the fucking cannon back, Jesus Christ. And Maud's like,
He's going
"Pinky,
around killing
it's really
people."
nice that you worry about me like this, but I'm happy with my life the way it is, even if it's a little unusual. Some of us are just okay with being alone forever. Right, Rarity? And Rarity's like, I'm still young. Why are you saying these
Yeah,
things?
she's
to
still
me?"
got it.
Oh, yeah,
She's still
and
got
she finds
time.
a location for a new boutique, which she'll be thinking about tonight when she's all by herself. So they
Wow.
all agree it was a fantastic day and decide to make this a yearly thing. The end.
I once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern
Hey, that's my
was
name.
making a million, being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams.
Ugh. All right. These are really cool. He's really good. I like him. Oh fuck, my roommates are back. I may have to pause. Let me listen out. Let me see if they do anything. Okay, I think they're gonna be quiet for a little bit more. I'm probably gonna have to take another pause break, but that's fine. It's all good. I'm just trying to see more DWK wisdom and pony sex jokes That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm on this earth to witness. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. He has a great choice in screen caps.
Oh boy, here we go again. So, the CMCs are trying to have their first meeting since getting their cutie marks, but they're way too preoccupied with staring at their asses to concentrate. Now they know how we feel. So, Apple Bloom is like, alright guys, let's go get our cutie marks. And Sweetie Belle and Scoots are like, dude. And she's like, oh yeah. And I'm just like, dude, that happens to me a lot, too. Basically, what this all amounts to is that these three are getting older and they're developing different interests.
Yeah.
Scootaloo likes being an adrenaline junkie, Sweetie Belle likes finding new and more elaborate ways to be boring, and Apple Bloom likes desperately clinging to a rapidly dissolving childhood. They try doing some shit together, like singing and potion making and volunteer work with the mentally challenged. And finally, Scoots is like, dude, why don't we still be best friends, but not drag each other into every stupid thing one of us wants to do? And Sweetie Belle is like, wow, that sounds totally reasonable and productive. And Apple Bloom agrees, even though it feels like they've punched a gaping, aching hole in her heart. Because she's already learning how to bottle up and stifle her emotions.
It's good practice.
Then she sings the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my fucking life. And I don't remember what happened next because I was crying. Anyway, look at Sweetie.
I got close.
Look at that smile and the joy in her eyes. She just made the shittiest scarf in the world, and she is fucking stoked about it. And you know she's thinking like, I'm not good at this, but I'm going to keep trying until I get better, and it's going to be so much fun. You fucking tiny horses with your relentless positivity and your self-esteem. Try it once, fail, quit forever, and feel ashamed like a normal person.
Jesus.
So Sweetie Bee and Scoots had a great day, and Apple Bloom is sunk into a psychotic depression because she knows that this is how it all starts. Pretty soon they'll all be living in different cities and only see each other at New Year's, and they'll have to be like, hey, what's up? How have you been? Even though none of them actually care because that precious sibling-like relationship they had in their youth is dead, and all that's left is an awkward feeling of obligation.
DWK
sure, they'll start
speaks a lot of
talking
truth.
about things they did back in the day, like, oh, hey, remember that time we were happy and life felt like it had meaning? And after a few drinks, it'll almost feel like there's still a connection between them, and they'll share all their online handles and be like, dude, I will totally friend you on MySpace and follow you on Twimbler, and we should get together sometime and eat spaghetti or whatever. Then the next day when they sober up, they'll go right back to never getting around to it and feeling that nagging little guilt and sadness gnawing at the backs of their minds because they know it's never gonna be like it was, so why even try?
Are you that's venting
just
right now?
My take on it. Maybe she's thinking something else. I don't know. And so she's like, why do you guys hate me now? And Scoots is like, dude, we just want to have hobbies. What's the big deal? But I don't like change. Dude, Apple Bloom, life changes all the time and you just have to deal with it, you know? I mean, if you can't cope with change, your life is just going to be a waking nightmare of constant dread as you wonder whether or not today will be the one that shatters your fragile illusion of a status quo. You'll be a reclusive, nervous wreck of a person, and that kind of life's not worth living. Also, having hobbies is neat. Dude, I tried and I'm shit at everything except the stuff I already do. And Sweetie Bee is like, you don't have to be good at something to have fun. And I'm like, no, god damn it, Sweetie Belle, you don't have to be good at something to have fun. You have some weird inherent sense of self-worth and confidence. Normal people don't have that. If I'm not good at something, I fucking hate myself. Anyway, Baby finally realizes that the world isn't black and white, and that when someone says, I'm busy, can we hang out later? It doesn't mean that they aren't your friend, it just means they're busy, but they want to hang out later. And that's actually a pretty damn appropriate revelation for someone who's like 12. So she stops being a clingy asshole and everyth's fine.
Hell yeah. Episode done.
I forgot. So earlier when I was busy sobbing into my TV dinner and chugging box wine, Apple Bloom met this asshole who's really good at dancing but is scared of doing it in front of people. And I'm like, dude, fuck you. If I was good at anything besides jacking off and drinking, I would totally do it in front of people. I mean, I do both those things in front of people constantly, but nobody likes it. Right, so the CMCs do what they do best and help give the dude confidence, follow his passion, and blah, blah, blah. He gets his cutie mark, and that's that. There's a common thread running throughout MLP that I, and I'm sure all of you, have noticed. Ponies who are good at something but have failed to realize their full potential. This guy just needed some encouragement, and voila, he found his destiny. Our good friend Glimmy is another great example. A brilliant sorceress whose emotional baggage led her down a morally ambiguous path. But hey,
Yeah.
now that she's realized the error of her ways, she's kicking ass. I mean, she unfucked Trixie. What else needs to be said? That is a public service. Even Diamond fucking Tiara, the most consistent antagonist over the last 5 seasons of this show, wasn't really a villain, just a victim of horrible parenting. And she turned out to be a pretty cool chick when she learned how to use her talents for good. I've thought about this a lot, and it seems like there aren't really any intrinsically bad ponies, just those who've lost their way. Everyone in Equestria has a true place and has the potential for a fulfilling life.
It's a very positive take.
More than rainbow magic or talking horses is what makes it a fantasy world.
Yeah.
I need an A, a sticky gooey. And when I get this A, I'm blowing him with the Louis.
All right. That one got deep. That was getting deep into our psyche. I feel like he was fitting some personal stuff, but I mean, I can relate to some of it. I'm sure a lot of people can relate a lot more to it than me. But yeah, it's a lot of truth. And I appreciate that. So we're going on to season 6, episode 5. Oh no, this is DWK. I've only had 2 beers. Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, it's Ember time.
Alright, so we start this episode, and already I am stoked. Why, you ask?
Already I am
Because
hard.
of this. This is fucking perfect. I know you guys expect these videos to be sarcastic and fast-paced, but I want to break this shit down for a second. This hat, along with this situation, is a wonderfully concise expression of the duality that is Rarity. She's the undisputed girliest of the main 6, but at the same time, she's tough as nails. She's wearing a hard hat and mining gems, yet it's got this big bow on the back of it, and she's gonna use those gems for accents on a bunch of dresses. She's disgusted by these fucking bats, yet she doesn't hesitate to risk getting them up in her grill, because that's what she has to do for her business. And she's like, thanks for holding my basket,
That's
bro.
why she's my
And
third
Spike's
favorite.
like,
I
dude,
fucking love
thought
her.
I was your bodyguard. And she's like, oh yeah, of course. Rarity may be overtly feminine and seem like a damsel who needs to be protected, but that outward appearance is simply the bow on the hard hat. She looks dainty, but underneath that prim exterior is a tough, practical, and self-assured girl who is never afraid to throw down, whether she's furthering her craft or fighting for her friends. She's a role model for anyone and everyone. No matter what goals you pursue in life
And
or what
hilarious.
persona you choose to adopt, you can still be self-reliant and ready to kick ass when it counts. Oh wait, God damn it, this is a Spike episode, not a Rarity episode. I fucked up. Anyway, Princess Twiggly Wiggly is like, yo, Celestia, Luna, I'm so glad we can finally just chill out and get drunk. And they're both like, yeah, man, thank goodness some urgent bullshit isn't going on that'll fuck this up for us. And Twi's like, dude, you just had to fucking
yeah, that's what I said.
Spike is being texted by the Dragon Lord, and apparently being the Dragon Lord means you can access the settings in every dragon and make it so their backlight doesn't turn off until they answer you. So he goes to the Dragon Capital with Rarity and Twiggles in tow, and honestly, the Dragon Lord is a pretty chill guy. I mean, he's a little rough around the edges, but even though he's like obviously way more badass than all these fools, he's still like, well, Dragon Law says I gotta give up my
he's
position,
quick to admit
so
when he's
whoever
wrong
touches
too
my
at the
stick
end.
first gets it. And I was thinking, isn't that the
God,
kind of
that
guy who
image.
should be the Dragon Lord? Someone who's a badass but follows a strict code of honor. Anyway, whatever. If there's anything this show has taught us about dragons, it's that other than Spike, and sometimes including Spike, they're all fucking retarded. Oh yeah, speaking of retards, Garble's back, and he's an even bigger fuckboy than he was the first time.
He's a retarded fuckboy. That's a perfect Garble
stupid
description.
Garble is. Check this out. So Rarity and Princess Sparkle have ditched that old dragon costume for this fake rock. Garble kicks Spike off the quote-unquote rock and sits on it, and we see this shot from the inside that clearly shows his fat ass is making it sag and smushing poor Rarity's head. And I'm like, if I sat on a rock and it gave like cardboard, I would say to myself,
he's just fucking
there's
retarded.
something wrong here. Anyway, enough about
I hate
Garble.
him.
He sucks sucks dicks and drinks jizz out of solo cups, and
Agreed.
that's all it needs to be
Jizz
said.
out of
So
solo
now that
cups,
the great
boots,
dragon
anything.
text has been answered, Spike's backlight finally turns off, and he's like, alright, peace, I'm out. And dude's like, did I say you could leave, nigga? And oh, look at this. It's Princess Ember, daughter of the Dragon Lord, and our waifu of the week. And she's like, Dad,
pretty damn
dude,
sexy.
this guy's a little bitch. Don't make him do this shit. And Spike's all, yeah, man, I'm a total fucking
I'd fuck.
pussy. I'm not cut out for this. And he's like, yeah, okay, good point. You can fuck off if you want. Seriously, besides the fact that he yells a lot, this guy is really reasonable. All these other dragons range from moronic to just being outright shitty people. Why can't he just keep being the Dragon Lord?
Yeah.
He seems pretty good at it. Anyway, enough bullshit. Let's get right to the good stuff. Ember's presence in this episode is an allusion to a question that man has pondered since time immemorial. Do dragons have vaginas? I mean, I don't see anything.
That's what I
here,
was
you know?
wondering.
But dude,
Yeah.
you say ponies don't have
I need a
anything
closer
there either.
examination.
And I say but there's a reason for that. You see, our Lord and Savior has already stated that ponies are born through normal mammalian reproduction, which
It's
means that
confirmed.
male and
It's
female
canon.
ponies have schlongs
I can
and
fuck them
vaginas,
if I go to that
respectively.
world.
So obviously, it's standard practice in Equestria to equip each pony
I didn't know
with
that,
a genital
DWK,
cloaking
thank you.
device to hide their junk when they're on camera.
Cloaking
But
device,
is
got
this
it.
the case with dragons? The answer is staring you right in the face, but of course, I have to be the one to explain this shit to you guys. Of course,
I'm sorry.
dragons have genitals because
Thank
there are dragon dildos. Why would there be
Dude,
dragon
yeah.
dildos if there weren't dragon chicks?
There needs to
buying
be a
them put
vagina
in
to
their
insert
dragon
that into.
vaginas? Moreover, how could one even create a dragon dildo if there weren't dragon dicks to model them after? Duh. So Spike realizes he
So
has
I can
to
fuck
become
ponies
the
and
Dragon
dragons
Lord
when I go to
because,
this
as I
world.
previously stated, dragons are retarded,
Hell
and if
yes.
any of these fools
Yeah.
gets control, they're gonna fuck up life. He saves this other dragon from drowning, and holy shit, it's Ember! I was so fucking surprised. And she's like, thanks for literally saving my life, but
Yeah.
I don't like you or anything. Baka. So she totally for realsies, I promise, doesn't want Spike's nuts, but because she's every tsundere anime chick ever, they team up and find the magic dragon stick by using the power of friendship. Then Garble tries to fuck everything up, but dude, fuck him. So Spike gets the
Fuck
magic
Garble.
dragon dildo, and he's
Fuck
like,
him.
yo dude, you need
I don't
to
wanna fuck him, I wanna
off,
fuck
and not
Ember,
only
but-
that, you need to get totally gay with every dragon you see on your way, and you can't tell
You need to
them
suck
why.
every
And Garble's
dragon's
like,
dick and
"But
not
dude,
tell them
that'll
why."
make me look like a giant faggot. And Ember's like, man, you are a giant faggot.
Yeah.
I'm just making you act the part. Anyway, Spike gives her the stick so she can be Dragon Lord because he doesn't give a fuck about any of this. That's why Spike is awesome and doesn't deserve all the shit he gets.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be the king. He
It's just
wants
fun
his
to shit on
comfy
him.
little life in Pony
I
Road with
appreciate
the
him,
people
though.
he cares about. You could offer the guy a fucking Nobel Prize or some shit and he'd just be like, oh, thanks, man, but I'm having lunch with my friends today, so, you know, just give it to someone else. I could never
Yeah.
give Spike shit because I'm jealous of him. He looks at his life and says, sweet, this is perfect. I look at my life and say, time to get
Yeah, I know I shit on Spike a lot. It's just because it's fun. I appreciate him. I like him. Oh yeah. Fuck, I'm out of beer. My roommate didn't have any more. I took his last beers. But I do have a Coke. It's not alcoholic, but it's something to sip on. Maybe I'll trick my brain into thinking it's alcohol. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm loving these videos. You guys are right to hype him up. He's freaking hilarious. Nice. Alright. Let's go. Episode 6. 3, 2, 1, play.
So Twilight is
no
like
intro?
spazzing out because
Oh, yeah.
apparently
I was told
Celestia
that
is,
he started
like, a
halfway.
huge pain in
Yeah.
the ass at parties, and if everything isn't perfect, she's gonna lose her shit. So she's like, Starlight, go make a friend right the fuck now. So Glimmer goes to the bar, knocks back a few white Russians, hazes Mrs. Cake, and then rapes Big Mac in the middle. She tries to go hang out with Dash, but Dash has a bad case of meme face today.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
She just steps on Angel instead.
Good.
She's like, well,
Fuck
that was
Angel.
a productive morning. Time to hit up the spa. So she's at the spa and she's talking to this one chick, and holy shit, it's Trixie.
Oh, fuck.
Well, it's like, I don't know if you want to do that, bro. And Glimmy's like, dude, you're not my mom. So they fuck off. So they're walking around town, just sucking each other off and arguing over who loves who the most. And Twilight's like, dude, look at my giant bush. Final likes it a lot. Oh, and Derpy's fucking wasted today. So Trixie's like, dude, I want to do something totally fucking crazy. Are you down? And Glimmer's
hell
like,
yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And Trixie's like, okay, I'm going to shoot myself out of a cannon into a Manicore's face, and you have to make it so I don't die. And Glimmer's like, no problem, man. That's a totally normal thing to ask of someone you just met. So then Twilight shows up and yells at Glimmer for staying out late with their new girlfriend, and they all start bitching at each other.
Mommy
and
Twilight.
These two have their first fight. So Trixie's like, well, I fucked that up. Time to kill myself. So Glimmer's sitting there like,
Yeah, literally.
should I start a committed relationship with this crazy bitch, or
Yes.
should I just let her kill herself? And
Nah,
Twilight's like,
you guys should
know
fuck
what, dude?
tonight.
I don't even fucking care anymore. And Glimmer's like, thanks, Twilight. You're an awesome teacher. And Twilight's like, I know, dude. I know. So Trixie's like, Starlight, my life means nothing without you, and makes the metalist suicide attempt ever. But Starlight pulls her out and is like, I love you, man. And
Aw.
Trixie's like, wow, that actually fucking worked. So the moral of this episode is that if you
Try to
act
kill
crazy
yourself.
enough, you'll totally get laid.
Try to kill yourself and you'll get laid. I like that lesson. That was short, but yeah, like I said, I was told that he started these at episode like halfway through not halfway through season 6, but halfway through the episodes I'm going to react to. So the sudden like drop off in quality, like, yeah. But I mean, I still enjoyed it like a lot. It's just no intro, basically the only thing I could tell different. So yeah, here we go. Season 6, episode 7. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. Here's the intro.
So Spitfire's like, yo, Dash, how's my voice sound? And Dash is like, needs to be a little higher, man. And Spitfire's like, oh yeah.
It did get
also, you're a
deeper.
Wonderbolt now. And Dash is like, oh right.
Oh,
Come
hell
on,
yeah.
Scoots, it's margarita time. And Scootle is just like, bro, I'm 12. And Dash is all, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They got the little ones. Man,
Yeah.
every time I see Dash's house, all
I'm
I
19
can think
and
is,
I...
So Dash is chilling with the dudes, and she's like, yo, guys, I need a way to make the Wonderbolts into my personal fan club. And they're like, don't you already have one of those?
Yeah,
and
literally.
Dash is like, yeah, but Scootaloo's passed out in the bathroom of the Ponyville karaoke bar.
Oh,
so what
God.
do I do? And Fluttershy's
How much alcohol
like,
did you give her?
Don't fuck up. And Twilight's like, how about you just do what they tell you and not be a huge pain in the ass for once? And Dash is like, good call, sunglasses. And everyone's just like, here we go again.
Oh
So
my God.
Dash gets to the Wonderbolt thingy and tries to moonwalk while singing Billie Jean, but stacks it and lands in a trash can. Spitfire laughs so hard she has a complex partial seizure, and Fleetfoot triggers Dash's PTSD.
Oh, yeah.
Fleetfoot, what's your deal, dude? You're weird and creepy and kind of a dick. So they
Yeah.
spend the rest of the day hazing the shit out of Dash, and then they make her clean the bathroom. Then Fleetfoot
Been
is
there,
suddenly
done
really
that.
nice and asks her out for drinks, and Dash is just like, oh my god, how much Rohypnol and Xanax does she have in her pocket? So they're
Oh my
back
God.
at the Rainbow Factory, and Dash is like, guys, I fucked up. And Fluttershy is like, I called it, man. And Rarity's just like, darling, bro, just do something actually useful and they won't even care anymore. And
Just
Twi's like,
be
yeah,
normal.
Dash, groups have like dynamics and you
Yeah.
have to like take a little time and feel things out before you know how
Yeah.
to fit in. And Dash is like, good thinking, guys. I'll act like a fucking crazy person.
Oh
And
my
they're
God.
all,
Oh yeah, she did all those
like,
impressions
stop
this
her.
episode.
And Twi's like, look, we've been through this all before, just let it play out. So Dash acts like a raving lunatic, but at least she finally learns how to blow dry. And Spitfire's like, yo, I don't know why you stopped taking your lithium, but you need to get back on that now.
Get
And
back on
Dash
that
is like,
motherfucking
Am I cool
lithium."
yet? And Fleetfoot's like, lithium. Anyway, so it's the day of Rainbow's first show with the Wonderbolts, and she's like, hey, Scoots, I need you to do something for me. And Scoots is like,
we getting
"Dude,
drunk
I
again?"
woke up in a urinal 3 days ago, and I am positive it's your fault. But Scootaloo does it anyway, because that's how codependent relationships work. They fuck up the show, and Dash Electric slides into the pavement. And she's like, dude, I'm sorry, I just wanted you guys to stop being dicks to me. And Spitfire's like, Dash, we treat each other like shit too. We're a bunch of complete assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you
People are
think
at-
we put up with Fleetfoot?
Yeah.
Dash is like, whoa. Good point.
That's how I
So
feel in the
Dash is
freaking
finally
military.
happy, and
Everyone's just
Twilight's
assholes.
like, see, guys, Rainbow's an asshole, and she has to learn this stuff by hurting herself. And Dash is like, you know what, Twilight? I finally realized something. I am an asshole, but it's okay.
You just gotta own the ass. Own the asshole. Oh yeah, I remember that. They were massaging. Too lewd. Oh, I'll stick around. Let's go to episode 8, guys. This is the Hearth Warming Tale. Oh yeah, I love that episode. I had a bunch of good songs. Made me feel really good. Now let's get DWK's take on it. 3, 2, 1, play.
Alright, so it's Hearth Warming, all the ponies
Yeah.
are showing each other their tongues, and Arlie is at that level of drunk where she thinks 6 people singing a song for fun requires a conductor. Still, everyone's having a... Wait. Hold on. Back up.
What?
Okay, alright, I just had...
Oh,
to
shit.
take therapy to the emergency room on Christmas. So it's Pony Christmas, and Twilight's like, dude,
I wouldn't
limbs,
mind.
check out my tongue. Also, get down here, man. This eggnog will knock you on your ass.
I've never had
And Glimmer's
eggnog.
like, nah, man. Holidays are for normies and casuals. Cool, self-aware people like me. And Twilight's like, oh my god, that's so cute. Somebody's discovered the internet. And Glimmer's all, yeah, it opened my eyes. Being happy and
Yeah.
enjoying things is for nerds.
No
And
one is
Twilight's
allowed
like,
to have
okay,
fun.
Story time. So, a long time ago in an alternate reality where Rarity ran a fabulous fashion dictatorship, a bunch of people liked something, but you didn't. And you were like, your thing is lame, stop liking
You had
what
to
I
ruin
don't
it for
like."
everyone
But
else.
They didn't listen, so you cast a spell that would make your opinions into facts. And Glimmer's like, bro, I just
That's
said
quite a
holidays
spell.
are lame. I'm not saying you can't like them. And Twi's like,
Yeah.
you're halfway there, dude. So Applejack's dead in this fic, and she was like, dude, remember that guy you used to chat with on AIM all the time when you were 12?
AIM?
He was like 29.
You were bringing up
and
some
lived with his
repressed shit.
parents, and all he did was watch anime. You really shouldn't have let him influence your worldview this much. And you were like, holy shit, I really needed an adult, and I didn't realize it. And
Yeah,
so Glimmer proper
typically
is
the
like,
case.
whoa, Twilight, hold on a sec. This is like better than my actual backstory. And Twilight's like, are you really gonna do this right now? And Glimmer's like, no, I'm not. God. Anyway, Twilight gets like way into this story and starts doing the voices and stuff. And Glimmy's like, dude, Twilight, I've already read this fucking book. You don't have to.
It's like my
act it
damn
out."
ELA teacher.
And Twilight's like, man, I'm having fun with this, all right? Just shut the fuck up and listen. So Dead AJ made you realize that your view of reality was completely fucking warped. And
Yeah.
Dead Pinky made you realize that other people having fun won't kill you. Just made you watch a live performance of University Days. But plot things always happen in threes. So a horrifying eldritch abomination with the head of a waifu showed up, and she was like,
The head of a
"It's
hot
great
emo
that you
babe."
basically understand subjectivity, but you're still kind of an elitist prick." And you were like, of course I am. That's my entire persona. And she was like, yeah, dude, because you spend too much time on the fucking internet. All right, like, check this out. This is what real life would be like if everyone acted like they did on the internet. It will literally be hell.
Yeah,
And you
it
were
would be
like, "Holy
fucking
shit, you're right."
so
Yeah.
bad.
So Glimmer's like, wow, Twilight, thanks for
I gotta
reading
get
me
off
that
the
book.
internet
I already
more.
knew the
Too
story
much
and the moral is
toxicity.
obvious, but you put ponies in it, so I actually paid attention.
Yeah.
Twi's like, yeah, dude.
That's what they need to do
we
for my
did.
school.
And Glimmer's like, all right, bro, let's get fucked up. Nobody's gonna
Oh,
judge us
hell
because it's
yeah.
Hearth Warming. And Twi's like, man, that's the holiday spirit.
You can get fucked up without being judged. That's what the holidays are for. Oh, Spike, you feeling it? Alright. Nice. Okay. Time for Season 6, Episode 9. The DWK version. Not the actual episode. Ugh. Yeah. I think I'm buzzed, but I don't know for sure. Probably. I gotta look around. I think I am. But that I'm not as bad as Pony Thread Simulator. I gotta go eat dinner after this in my school dining hall. Watch the foot do a random drug test. Not a drug test. What am I saying? Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. I've only had 3 beers. I promise I'm not a lightweight, guys. I promise.
All right, So Rarity's about to open her new boutique in Manhattan, and she's like, guys, don't worry about anything. Me and Coco are gonna rock.
Hell yeah.
Then Coco shows up, and she's like,
And she's fucked.
Rarity, we both know I have a problem, and I can't do this anymore. And so Rarity's like, okay, guys, Coco has to go away for a little while, so can you help me out right now? And they're like, dude, no problem. We got this. Then Rarity's landlord corners AJ, and he's like, Miss Plumel was a business partner, if you understand me, and I'm in bad situation now. So you sell these 300 pills of pony ecstasy for me, or I kick your friend out of the building and sell my daughter into slavery.
Well,
And
damn.
AJ's like, guys,
Hey, I suggested you sell your
so they're
daughter to
running around
slavery
in
in
a
my
panic, trying to
reaction.
set up a boutique and flip a bunch of happy pills, but at least Pinky finds this club upstairs and unloads like half of them on these chicks. Especially this one. Yeah, you're not fooling anyone there, bro. Oh, and Vinyl's there. Pinky's like, dude, do you just kind of like follow us around? And
You
Vinyl's
just
like,
stalk us?
anyway, so the boutique is still a disaster, and the girls lock Rarity in the window display so she won't freak out, and so she can't be considered an accomplice. Dash is
Oh, God.
organizing potential employees from most to least angular. Nobody knows what the fuck Twilight's
So
doing,
pointy.
and Fluttershy is just sitting in the middle of the room, sobbing her eyes out and saying, "I want
That's
to go
the
home,"
norm.
over and over.
That's the
again.
norm.
Finally, AJ's like, "Guys, I think we're fucked." And Twilight's like, "Dude, give me one of those pills." And AJ's like, what the fuck are you
sure?
talking about? And Twilight's like, I have a great idea, but we all need to be blasted off our asses for it to work. And Fluttershy's
I've only ever
like,
had Adderall and
I'm not sure
Concerta.
that's the hallmark of a great idea. And Twilight's like, guys, there's no way we're gonna do this shit proper, so let's just do how we do and blow the lid off this bitch. And they're all like, you know what?
Hell yeah.
Fucking A. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So the girls throw on
There we
some
go,
X-ray,
AJ.
grab some juice, and work some pony thizzle magic. So, a couple hours later, Rarity finally escapes, and she's just like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? And Twilight's like, dude, check it out. It's a boutique, a rave, and a bar all in one. And Rare's like, this looks like it was designed by a bunch of people on drugs.
That's what I
Twilight's
said.
like,
This doesn't
"No,
make any fucking
that's
sense.
silly." And Pinky's
You're having a
like,
rave
"Those
and
Skittles
raccoons."
made me feel really neat. Anyway, despite the literal insanity, the customers have a great time. The girls hit their
Literal
quota and save
insanity.
this chick from a life of prostitution, and everyone agrees that Rarity for You is the slappinest boutique in Manhattan. So Rarity goes off to the after party, and the rest of the girls get arrested and taken to the police station,
Oh, God.
which is a Denny's. They explain exactly what happened because they're all still rolling like motherfuckers, but this is Equestria, so the cops just tell them to not do it again and let
Yeah.
them go. So
Yeah.
it's a week
Second
later, and
chances.
Rarity's like, guys, I just read in the paper that my landlord in Manhattan got locked up for running some kind of drug racket. Do you know anything about that? And they're like, yeah, we sort of turned your boutique into a rave so we could flip some pills and stop him from selling his daughter's body. And Rarity's like, oh, well, that's fucked. And they're like,
Yeah.
don't worry, he's in prison and she's in therapy. And Rarity's like, you know, am I crazy, or does it seem like this kind of thing wouldn't have happened to us a couple years ago? And they're like, yeah, don't think too hard about it. Rarity's like, whatever, I still love you guys, even if you're all on
Aw.
drugs now.
Oh. Oh god, that face.
Then I wipe all the sweat off me face. Hop back up, then I start to slide. Popping my collar as I glide. Then I
1, you're underage. 2, you're retarded. No spooning for you. Alright. It's season 6, episode 10. DWK version. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, is that faster? I swear that was faster.
So, Applejack shows up for spa day, and she's like, dude, Rarity, why are you melting, bro? And Rarity's like, darling, don't even trip.
Oh, I
It's
forgot
just an
about that
in-between
face.
phase. All I need is the menstrual blood of an alicorn virgin and a full moon, then I'm good.
I'll
And AJ's
provide
like,
that.
Oh my god, is Twilight in on this too? And Rarity's like, dude, I said alicorn virgin. And Alo's like, yo, Rarity, Princess Luna's here to see you. So, it's the next day.
There we go.
Rarity, Twilight,
Oh,
and
it's
Spike
the
heading to
first
AJ's place for some Apple-related products or whatever. And Spike's like, damn, Rarity, looking fine, girl. And Rarity's like, thanks, dude.
When
The
did she
pact
not?
is complete, and I'm silky smooth until the next blood moon. And Twilight's like, wow, that spa has really high-quality services, especially for the price. And Applejack's like,
Yeah.
dude, you guys, that place is fucked. I'm never going there again. And Rarity's like, bruh, you need to embrace your feminine side, man. And AJ's like, no, dude, I mean, that spa is literally evil, and I can prove it. Yo, Twilight, can you stay here and feed my pigs? And Twilight's like, yeah, sure, how do I do that? And AJ's like, there's only 2 steps. Number 1, feed the pigs. Number 2, don't fuck up. And
Yeah,
Todd's like,
that's what
"You
the
know
list should have been.
That makes perfect sense. So they go to the spa, and AJ's like, see, I knew it. This place is full of ghosts. I mean, Rainbow Dash wouldn't be here unless she was possessed, right? And Dash is like, yeah, man, I totally wouldn't. And I was like, dude, you're totally right. Look at all these ghosts. And AJ's like,
Oh my
they're
God.
not just ghosts, man. They're parasitic ghosts. I mean, like, check it out. They've attached themselves to everyone, and they've turned this place into, like, some kind of demon spa. I mean, even got runes painted on the wall. And Rarity's like, you know what? Remember we didn't need alicorn
These screen
blood
caps
when
are
I first
great.
started coming here? And I was like, yeah, man, you know, now that I think about it, we never used to do that, but it just kind of became a routine thing, and I didn't realize it was a problem.
just
and
routine.
AJ's like, dude, I'm sure that would make sense in a lot of situations, but I think any sane person can see this is ridiculous.
Even for this
So
show.
they go down to the basement, and AJ's like, yep, just what I thought. It's full of portals. That's where all these ghosts are coming from. And I was like, Applejack, what do we do? And AJ's like, dude, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. So Applejack
I ain't
banishes
afraid
the
of no
ghosts using
ghosts.
Southern charms. All the spa patrons get a free exorcism massage, and Rarity has to have her soul waxed to rip the blood moon demons from her body. Then everything's back to normal, and everybody's relaxing, but AJ's like, God damn it, why is all this fucked up stuff happening to us lately? I mean, can we have one day where we just deal with normal people things like we did in season 1? And Rarity's like, wow, dude, you're laying it on a little thick there. And Applejack's like, what? Somebody's got to say it. And Rarity's like, no, man,
That's
I was talking
Spike's
about the
job.
face cream. You're totally right.
Attention, all your players and pimps right now in the place to be.
All right, time for episode 11. Yeah, I'm loving these. These are freaking amazing. I love them. Yeah. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. DWK sounds like a really chill dude. But he does... Is he drunk in some of these?
All right, so it's a lovely day in Cloudsdale, and Fluttershy is having lunch with her parents in their beautiful home, along with her lifelong best friend, Rainbow Dash. And Fluttershy's like, wow, guys, our lives really turned out great. I mean, Dad just retired, you guys can enjoy your golden years in marital bliss, and me and Dashy are superheroes who save the world and hang out with princesses. Everything's peachy, and nothing can possibly
Except
fuck
for
this up.
fucking
And her parents
Zephyr.
are like, yep, you said it, sweetie. We're so happy, and we're so proud of you. You too, Rainbow. You're like a second daughter to us, and we always believed in you. And Rainbow's like, guys, stop it. You're gonna make me cry. And then nothing bad happened. The end.
Hey, I'd cry. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next episode.
Oh, wait,
for
no,
you.
that's not what happened because of this motherfucker. So,
This
apparently
fuck.
Fluttershy has a brother, and he's a lazy hipster dipshit with weird hobbies who wants to move back in
Perfect
with their
description.
parents because he dropped out of college again. Am I watching My Little Pony right now? Because it feels like I'm watching my... Anyway, this guy's
Can
a
you
fucking
relate?
piece of work. He
Sorry,
uses
man.
stupid slang and talks with some kind of weird affectation, even though he obviously grew up around people who speak normally. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, right? But I guess it comes off as kind of douchey, doesn't it? So this asshole barges in like he owns the place, makes his dad get all his bags, and you know at least one of them is full of dirty laundry that his mom is going to have to do. Well, maybe you don't know that, but I know that. So Butter just pulls her parents aside
You can
and she's
relate
like,
hardcore.
you guys can't let him do this to you again. And they're like, oh, he's a creative type. He just needs a little time to find himself. And she's like, yeah, that's what we've been telling ourselves for the past 10 years. But you know all he's going to do is smoke pot, drink your wine, jack off, and post on 4chan all day. Probably all at the same time. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And Fluttershy's dad is like, well, at least it's not Reddit. So, brother Zephyr
True
McDouche
as
here is
fuck.
hitting on Dash, and goddamn does
Fuck
he
Reddit.
want
No,
one.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I
not
don't-
this
don't.
kind of one. We're talking this kind. But she fucking decks him, which is awesome. And everybody argued over whether or not Dash is gay again. Guys, it's been almost 6 years. Can we just stop? And Flutters is like,
Is there
"All right,
only evidence that she has a
motherfucker, you're
rainbow
coming with
mane?"
me and you're getting a job. And he's like, dude, I don't need a job. My main therapy YouTube channel is totally taking off. I've almost got 100 subscribers and my Patreon. You're getting a fucking job. So it's the next morning, and dude,
Fucking
her
Patreon.
brother is tired as fuck because he normally wakes up at noon, and I'm sure he's really trying to get back on a normal sleep schedule, but it's just hard when you have no routine, you know? And Fluttershy's
Yeah.
like, listen, Rarity is a very good friend of mine, and she was nice enough to give you some words, so don't fuck up. So he fucks up. And then he fucks
course.
up again, just
And
like
again.
he's been doing his entire life, because, like, Fluttershy keeps telling him he never commits to something. And
How hard can you relate to him?
I need a drink.
Same, brother, same.
Almost every day in the back of your mind, you probably thinking I was gay. But no, I'm just a bitch ass nigga. The type to get jacked if I'm the rich ass nigga. See, I've been a loser just about all my life. Type to try
Enjoying your
to turn a
drink?
hoe to a housewife.
You are.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, were you crying?
So
Crying
even
and
Dash
jacking
tries
off.
to give this guy a chance because she's a bro, and surprise, he fucks up. So she kicks his ass, which he deserves and probably secretly enjoys. And Fluttershy is like, look, if you can't hold down a job and contribute something, you can't live here. So she has to throw him out, and of course she feels like shit because he's her freaking brother. But what can you do when you have a family member who's a piece of shit? There's no good answer to that. Jesus Christ, man. Can we fight Chrysalis again? Or
Can we just go
Team-
back to fighting
you know,
Discord and stuff?
You know why those were fun? Is because I haven't fought a giant parasitic bug queen or a magic eating centaur before.
But I have dealt
I'm
with
just saying it had a nice
sinking
element of
realization that
fantasy to it. So Zeph ends up living
Oh,
out
God.
in the woods and literally goes insane. And Dash is just like, dude, if we don't bail him out, he's gonna end up dead. And Fluttershy's like, look, man, me and Mom and Dad, we've done everything we can. This is on you now. And so Zephyr finally has to face the fact that he's so terrified of failure that he just gives up and sabotages everything he ever tries to do.
I'm so sorry,
Okay,
DWK.
you know what, My Little Pony? I think you've changed a bit. I watch you because you're fun and cute and use whimsical characters and situations
Yeah.
to teach moral integrity.
And
Also,
now you're
sometimes there's
showing
rainbow explosions and
his
shit,
life.
or at least there used to be. This feels a bit too familiar. Anyway, they sing a magical pony song, and Zephyr realizes he's actually capable of whatever the
You just need someone to
fuck
sing a
this
magical
is.
pony song,
So
dude.
he goes back to college, gets his degree, and stops hating himself. And he's like, thanks, guys.
It's a good dream, isn't
I
it?
couldn't have done this without you. And they're all like, dude, we always knew you were an awesome guy, and we're so
DWK, do not kill yourself after this video. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. A cat is fine. A cat can be fine. Come, let's go. Oh, that's a noose. Hey, if that's what it takes to get there. If that's what it takes. Okay, it's time for episode 12. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh my god. That is Voldemort. Is that a Death Eater tattoo? Nice. I think. Maybe.
Okay, so this episode starts out with the main six and Princess Twilight Sparkle all hanging out in
Wow.
the Friendship Castle playset. Now, if you recall, at the end of Season 5, Glimmy nearly destroyed the universe because she took the battery out of the castle and hid it, and Twilight had to go on an epic adventure through space and time to find another 9-volt, because who the fuck ever has one
Fucking
of those?
battery.
Actually, Glimmy,
Dude,
what
I
are
know
you
that.
doing
I had to
here?
go buy a 9-volt.
This is a violation of all 3 laws of Starlight Glimmer. Oh wait, actually we're good on number 3. Spike does it. Fortunately, after nearly a year of tireless research, she and Twilight have finally modified it so it runs on AA, and they can finally press the
Nice.
button that turns on all the sparkly lights and activates the built-in plot device. So it seems like whatever they did to it kind of fucked it up, because it doesn't seem to realize that Rarity and Pinky just had an episode together a few weeks ago. Anyway, they get sent to Canterlot
I
to
forgot
find a
about it
friendship problem,
when I was
but obviously
reacting.
any excursion involving
That was like
a
days ago.
compulsive overeater means food is first thing on the agenda. So they tried 3 different restaurants, but apparently A, all the highest rated restaurants in Canterlot serve the exact same shit, and B, that shit is in fact shit. So Pinky uses her
Shit
superior
is
nasal
shit.
passages to find some decent food, and Oh my god, it's a
I
lot
know.
of flavorful, exotic white food fresh off
It's a
the grill.
spicy
Jax, we need to have a
spicy
talk,
bitch.
Okay? You're just serving them up. to
How do you
porn
keep
artists
doing
on a
this?
silver platter.
Why do you do this to
What
me?
happened to a challenge? Anyway, this chick
What
and
happened to
dad are,
Hillary
like,
Clinton?
Really obviously Indian. And at first I was like, isn't this racist? And again, Equestria has plenty
No,
of locations
you're
that
racist for
parallel
thinking it's
real-world
racist.
places like Manhattan or Winneapolis, to use an example from this very episode. But to me, when it's some American city, it just seems like, yeah, okay, very clever. This felt a little jarring and out of place.
Did it?
Then I realized the show isn't being racist. I'm being racist.
Yeah, that's kind of what I just said.
Funny. You never cease to make me realize what a piece of shit I am. Anyway, Waifu Masala and her dad are hating life and each other because their business is tanking since the Pony Michelin Guide won't review their restaurant, even though it's
Pony
bomb as fuck.
Michelin
So
Guide.
Rarity, being the cool, collected, classy, and connected gal that she is just like, darling, don't even trip. I'll have them in here by this
Darling,
afternoon.
don't even
We just
trip.
need to fill this place up and make it a little less ethnic. Also, I like the song, but it still feels racist, dude. I just can't shake
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get those
Oh my
vibes.
god, what is that?
It's Voldemort.
What is that thing?
That's what.
Okay, I take it back, DHS. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
Yeah, there's
This
your
is a
challenge.
0 out of 10, I would rather stick my dick in a cadaver. I mean, a female one. 'Cause
No,
I'm
I'd
not
fuck
afraid
that
of
pony.
anything.
I'd fuck
You
it.
know, in fact, hold on. Let me. Yep, there it is. I knew it. Right there. So, this is Zesty Gourmand, the illegitimate child of Lord Voldemort and
Hey!
Swinton. Apparently, they got rid of her by chucking her through the portal to Equestria while Twilight was at Camelot High. But that's just a rumor. I don't know. Anyway, despite bearing
Gotcha.
her father's mark, she is not a dark wizard, but something much more evil, horrifying, and reprehensible. A professional critic. And she's like, yep, just what I thought. This food is shit, and you should all feel terrible and hate yourselves. And Pinky's like, yeah,
God damn it.
well, you know, that's just like your
Yeah.
opinion,
Go
man.
go
And
fuck
she's
yourself.
yes, and my opinion is better because I'm a famous person. And they're like, why are you famous again? And she's like, for
Because
having
my
better
opinion.
opinions. How are you not getting this? So she fucks
Circular
off, and Rarity's
reasoning.
like, dude, I just realized something. We never needed to change this place. We just needed a famous person to shill it. And Pinky's like, bro, wait a second. You're a famous person. And Rarity's like, I know, right? So they do what
It's
they should have
perfect.
done all along. These dudes cook their food, Ponk does the decorating, and Rarity
Fucking
does
Ponk.
the sweet talking. Everything goes as planned, and the place is banging, but then Tilda Mort shows up again, and she's like, listen, you assholes, I already told you couldn't like this food, so who the hell authorized all this enjoyment? And these dudes are all like, well, Rarity said we could like it, and she's kind of famous, so we tried it, and
Yeah.
it's fucking awesome. So, you know, choke on a dick. And everyone's like, yeah, if you don't want to eat here, you can just go eat some dicks. And Rarity's
Yeah.
like, dude, you may think your opinions are better than everyone else's because you're famous, but as you can see, that's not how it works. I mean, sure, it definitely helps, but what really makes an opinion truly superior is when a bunch of people agree with you.
Yeah. Now this is my favorite ship. I'd fuck both of them. Hey, Miss Harshford, she's giving gilf vibes. I'm not even tripping. I'm just kidding, guys. I promise. Okay, it's time for the last one I'm watching tonight of DWK, but I will definitely be watching more. This is Stranger Than Fanfiction. Yeah, I watched this earlier today. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh, spooky. I should have watched this 2 weeks ago for Halloween.
Fresh hell.
It's so cute.
Tell me, what good is fantasy when it becomes nothing more than a mockery? Everything we seek to escape.
I can't answer that question. Oh my god.
All right, we're back,
Oh,
and
damn.
here
Damn
we
it.
go. Okay, so Princess Twiggy is reading Dash some Daring Do because let's face it, reading is hard, and if you got a smart friend who
agree.
can do it for you,
Yeah.
you should get on that.
Yeah.
Of course, all my friends are even dumber than I am, so I just don't read. But I do watch cartoons, and lucky for all of us, that's what this is. So, Dashie is packing for some kind of trip, probably to go off for some more Wonderbolts training, or wait, a Daring Do convention? Oh my god. I cannot wait to see this. A convention, but like in Equestria.
Yeah.
Who knows what kind of fantastic
Oh, I've seen
things
this.
will- Wait,
I've seen
what?
this image.
What the fuck? No! No!
It's too
just the
realistic.
vendors hall at every Brony convention, but slightly less shitty. I don't need this in the show. I've seen it enough already. Okay. It's okay.
Fuck.
It's okay. Just
It's
calm
alright.
down.
Just wait till he sees the body
You guys
pillow.
just calm down. You hear me? Don't get all worked up.
I'm calm.
So Rainbow's
calm.
walking around and people are trying to sell her stupid shit, and then she meets this guy and they start discussing the accuracy of their cosplays.
I've never been to a con of any type. I want to go to
So
Brony
he's
Con
like,
though, but I
nice
know it's
costume.
dead.
I see you have the correct number of arrow holes in your hat. And Dash is like,
So fucking cute. Look
what
at that.
ensues can only be described as a whirlwind autism romance, complete with this totally non-sexual romp in the ball pit. That's right, guys and gals.
Oh my
Just in
God.
case you weren't thinking about it every moment of every day, your waifu will never look at you like this. You'll never get to see that joy in her eyes, and you'll never spend an afternoon together bonding over something you're both passionate about. You know, just a friendly reminder.
Why did you have to do that to me?
God, no.
I was
No,
feeling happy.
It's not
Oh,
supposed
shit.
to be like this. Equestria is supposed
what
to
I'm
be a
saying.
socially enlightened fantasy world where everyone has a true place and everyone can be loved. Body pillows are not for people who are loved. People
I'm just
who have
letting them
joy in their
speak.
lives don't need this kind of shit. This is it. You all lost your nuts over slice of life, yet it was but a portent of things to come. This is the singularity. The show
Oh,
and its
shit.
fandom have ceased to be two separate entities and have merged into a single, massive, roiling cauldron of
Oh,
spaghetti
no.
in which we are all trapped
Oh,
for
no.
eternity. There is no going back. We are the collective. We are My Little Pony. Join us. Anyway, Dashy and
What have I
Quibble
got
finally
myself
end up
into
at
with
the
this
bar
show?
because in case you didn't know, that is truly the best part of any convention. An excuse to get fucked up. And just when all the Dash waifu
I've never been to
friends
one.
were
I
about
want
to
to.
kick the chair out,
I mean, there isn't a single thing after Ring of Destiny that is even remotely in the realm of the possible.
they get into an argument about canon. It's like I'm looking into a
Jesus
mirror
Christ.
and I want to strangle the person I see. Right now, there are people all across the internet having the same argument they're having in this episode about this episode.
Dude,
it's
you're
so
right.
meta,
This is
I
kinda
feel like I'm
weird.
gonna have a psychotic break. Why, My Little Pony? Why do you mock me? First Zephyr Breeze, and now this shit. What did I ever do to you? I bought all your fucking merchandise. What else do you want? Do you want my soul? Take it! Just fucking take it! I don't have anything else! Whatever,
take
we all
it.
know the only truly canon Daring Do books. Anyway, then they get captured by Copacabana or whatever his name is, and dude thinks it's some elaborate RP that Dash set up to prove she's right.
Jesus.
Then they almost die and get rescued by Daring Do herself, and Quibble's like, holy shit, this is real. I'm in an episode of My Little Pony. And she's like, yeah, no shit, motherfucker, and we only have 5 minutes and 30 seconds to find the 7-ass
no.
MacGuffin or we're fucked. So they get to the end of the level and they have to solve a puzzle to get whatever it is, but apparently when they recolored Dash to make Daring Do, they gave her the same brain. But fear not,
Oh,
dude
wow.
has such an encyclopedic knowledge of adventure novels that he's able to figure it out, and they get the world's most decorative pie tin. The lesson here is that
Give
if
it
you
to
obsess
AJ.
over obscure bullshit that nobody cares about, one day you'll go on an adventure with your waifu and find treasure. Thank God, too. I mean, I was gonna kill myself after I finished making this video, but now I have hope. Right, so they
Yes.
do all the things, Daring Do says thanks and fucks off, and Dude is like, you know, Dash, maybe we don't agree on some stuff, but I think you're really cool and we should totally be friends.
We should
and
totally
Dash is like, fuck you, dude. I'm objectively right. Suck my dick.
Oh my god. Well, that was DWK. I am not disappointed. That was fucking hilarious. I love him so much. I'm definitely gonna be reacting to more. DWK, fucking amazing. I don't know if you'll ever see this video, but if you do, I fuck with you. I fuck with you. But yeah, those are really cool. I'm glad you guys suggested that. I'm glad I have that in my life now. But yeah, you know me, I don't like analysis shit that much. I don't like that personally. But if you do, that's fine. To each their own. It's just not my thing. I like to keep my intros and outros pretty short, so yeah, I loved it. I'll be doing more. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.